So, welcome everyone. Good evening. Today, we're going to be looking at soft skills for digital careers. Now, you have your technical skills, and yesterday in class, I was emphasizing on discipline and why I was strict with you all and taking some people out of class because they did not do a task, a seemingly simple task or easy task. That is really a no-no. I'm saying that because as a digital career expert, most of the time you're going to work online, you're going to work remotely, you're going to work virtually. Like literally 90% of the time these days you're going to work virtually. And so discipline is very, very important. You're going to see there's one of the things you're going to have to learn. You're going to have to learn how to keep to your word for them to trust you. There are also some other skills that you need to learn if you're going to build a thriving career in on this space and if you don't want to end up broke in this career. All right? Very, very important. So, holding on to your clients requires loyalty, and that means you have to demonstrate other skills beside expertise and knowledge. So, in this course, we're going to review some traits that are beyond specific marketable and technical skills, like how to design, how to do content, and all that will inspire loyalty in your clients and keep them coming back to you again and again. The very first thing is computer literacy. For most of you, when I was reviewing your CVs, I was letting you know that you had issue with grammar, you had issue with alignment. Going through your CV helped me realize or know or understand your level of proficiency in Microsoft Word. By just going through your CV, I could tell how proficient you are in Microsoft Word. And some basic things you have to be proficient about, whether you're a software developer or anything, is Microsoft, especially Microsoft Word, and maybe even basic entry of data on Excel. I'm not saying automate it, I'm not saying do any calculations, like just being able to understand this is a column and these are rows and this is how to write, and like that. And then when you write a document, because you're going to send reports to the people you work with, and your report is going to be documented. You're going to type this thing on a computer. You're going to arrange them. So computer literacy is not abstract. It's not non-important. It is very, very important because, like I said, you should expect that you might work remotely and virtually. So everything is done online. And so you must be able to, in being tech savvy, it's not just being able to use your phone. If you're proficient in Microsoft Word, there's even an office suite on your phone that is free that has Microsoft Word that you can use to do stuff. So knowledge and experience with both the internet and the online world will be beneficial not just to you but to your clients. If you send a report to me or a document and it's not attractive, it's too busy, it's too noisy, it's not arranged, I don't know about others, but for me, it irritates me. I'm not able to go through it. I'll drop it, I'll look at it later. And most likely, I'm not going to look at it because anytime I look at it, it gives me headache. If a document like that is sent to me from my superior, most times I take my time to arrange it, rearrange it before I start going through it myself because that kind of scattered document messes up my brain. I don't know if you might be working with me or somebody like me. So you need to be computer literate. Number two, reliability. Reliability is a must in the digital space. See, no matter how qualified you are or how cheap your work is, you're definitely going to lose clients if they can't rely on you. This means you need to set it and forget it. This means they'll need to set it and forget it. Most times when they give you a task, they don't expect you. Most times people lose their jobs because I've seen people I discuss with SMEs a lot, and that's happened to me as well. I can't hire you for a job and then I'm still doing the job by myself. It doesn't make any sense. It absolutely doesn't make any sense. I can't hire you and I'm still doing the job by myself, or I hire you and I give you a tax, and I'm giving you that tax or hiring you so that I can have the time to do some other things. But because you're not reliable, and I have to be going through the tax over and over again, or I have to be checking you, have you done it? Have you not done it? Then why am I hiring you? I should just fire you. So your clients should be able to rely on you. When they give you a task, you must work on your own to get it done. They don't have to set reminders or come and be knocking on your door, sending you emails every day. You are supposed to make their life easier. And if they have to constantly stop what they are doing to check on you, then you're soon going to lose clients. So reliability is very, very important when you're working virtually. Number three, accuracy. Accuracy is very important. Yes, we are human beings and mistakes will happen, but you must avoid unnecessary mistakes like typographical error and stuff like that. So if a client has to go back and check your work and check it again and again, then you're not saving them time and they'll feel, what are you there for? What do I need you for? If I give you a job and then every time I'm correcting an I or there's one thing missing, then what are you there for? Especially those of you that are going to be creating a lot of doing a lot of content creation, maybe social media, or you're doing data entry. You have to be careful, put all your mind to it, and if possible, go through it over and over and over again to ensure that you don't have mistakes. So for me, I'm a one-time person. I don't know, I don't go through things easily like that. And so when it comes to most of these documented things, I always want to have an oversight. I want someone else to read it through for me. If nobody reads it through for me, that email or that thing will have one sharp mistake, and I don't have that patience to go through. So most times I have learned that there are some things that okay, I can get by with it on some things, but there are some things I can't get by with it on. So these days I'm trying to okay, get somebody, please go through this thing for me again and let me know if you see any error. And when I'm telling the person to go through it for me, I'm telling the person that please pay attention to the grammar, because sometimes they might read that thing as a whole and most times you fall into that error. So you read it as a whole and you might not specify or be able to identify that something is missing here. But when you begin to pay attention to the individual grammar, you say, oh, there's supposed to be an and here. Instead of A, you put and. Oh, instead of F, you put seven or something. So those are things that can actually help you. All right. Number five is integrity. Integrity is everything when it comes to intellectual properties. I'm going to be showing you a contract that you can send to your clients when they sign up to do a job with you. But you see, if you look at that contract that I'm going to send you, you will see that there's a non-disclosure part there. There are areas of plagiarism. People have paid millions and thousands of dollars because they stole intellectual property. You go and lift up an image from Google and go and use for your client. Hey God, and they now get to sue the client of theirs. You don't understand stock photos. You go and lift up an article, no modification, no rewarding. You just take it and you put it as yours. That is terrible. Plagiarizing is unacceptable and it will cost you clients because by the time they pay off their ass, they will not just be angry with you, they will spread your name. So if you're looking at getting clients, not just in Nigeria, but internationally, then you want to pay attention to this because in Nigeria you might get by with it, but internationally, trust me, you can't get by with it. You must be through as well to your time frame. So if you promise I'm going to deliver this job by Thursday, please do it by Thursday. If possible, even deliver it earlier. Try to under promise and over deliver than over promise and under deliver. If by chance there's a delay in the work, maybe you had a child, your child was sick or something happened, please get to them, communicate, send them, let them a message. Not like what you guys did, some of you did yesterday in class. You were telling me in the class, Gongo, when I began to ask or call your specific name, you now told me that you have not watched the video. That's not integrity. And the funny thing is, I noted some of you. If I have a job offer, you're going to be on the list of the people I'm going to refer. It's better you said you know and fix the consequences than you lie or you keep quiet till you're figured out. That is not integrity. And another thing is, before that, if there was somebody I don't know her name now. She sent me a message when we're to send the CVs and the submit the CVs. She said XXX is happening. I'm not sure I'll be able to deliver on time. Please, can you give me a little grace? But before so time, I would send it. She sent that message to me earlier on before that day. Some of you is that time, 12 o'clock to submit. You now say, when you do not submit, you now reach out to you. Say, ma'am, sorry, oh, this day I was here, I was in the hospital. Leave a message if you can't call. Integrity is very important. And that's why I'm strict with you here so that it becomes part of you. Then number five, be kind and friendly. Have this rapport with your clients. Having rapport with your clients will actually take you further than you can imagine. Always stay positive. They want to have positive energy around them. They don't want to be talking with. I know somebody that she had somebody, the person was well skilled, but she fired the person. Why? She said she's always moody. She's always looking like something is wrong. Like you'll be wondering, did I do anything to her? Have I done anything wrong? Did I overtalk? Did I over that? She doesn't want someone that she has to be literally working on eggshells around. That the energy she was giving was just not it, so she had to let her go. Right? So you need to show confidence in the midst of crisis, and you need to be. I'm not saying you should be too chatty when you don't have that environment, but just be cordial, be positive, be friendly but respectful. Number six, resourcefulness, very important. You need to be that person, that go-to person for information. Trust me, most of them that are coming for your skills, for your digital skills, you can trust me 100%. Most of them do not know what to do. Some of them have learned, and the issue they have is they don't have the time to apply it, so they are coming to you to help them. But most of them, they don't know. What they know is their craft. What they know is their production. What they know is their products. What they know is their manufacturing or whatever. They don't know those areas. So when they come to you, they expect you to, okay, oh ma, no, let's run the ad like this. No ma, let's do content like this. No ma, I think we should not do, we should do less of, because I think we should do more videos. Ma, are you willing to, I'll just record you, just do a makeup or do dress nice, and I'll just record you, ask you some questions, and you, they need you to be that proactive to tell them or help them know what is right. That's your role. So it could be this could be as simple as specific comment or contact to the company, or it's not like you but necessarily know everything about the business, but you should know everything about your skill and know how it intersects that business. Very important. So, for example, you're a customer service manager for that organization. You say, Ma, I think we should draft some frequently asked questions. You're not in the production back end, you're not there when they're producing. For example, you work with a food company, you don't know how long it takes them to dice a carrot. So you tell her, Ma, please, how long does it take you to dice a carrot? She says 10 minutes. She says, okay, ma, in case someone calls to order for a carrot and the carrot is not diced, you can offer the person that we can dice this carrot for you at so fee in 10 minutes. Can you give us just 10 minutes? Just sit down and be patient. You can even take watch the TV or something, and we'll be done in 10 minutes. And like to get convince the client, because it's the information you have that will help you to make your sales. But your madam is not thinking that one. She's just there. When the client comes, sell to the client. So how can you contribute to help them make their job easier and make the sale better? You have to be resourceful. Number seven, just like the resourcefulness, you have to be an ideas person. You want to have ideas that the company you're working that will make the company you're working for better. Don't be too remote. Okay, my role is to create video, post and go. Your own is to post, send analytics and go. You report analytics without inference. For people that work with me on social media, you cannot send me an analytics report without influence. No, without inference. An inference, what is an inference? It's an experiment. when you perform an experiment when you perform an experiment, you observe what has happened. Okay, I mixed this and this, and there were bubbles on this. You observe the experiment. Now your inference is, what do you think that observation means? So I mixed this and this, and there were bubbles and this. So this, most likely, these bubbles shows a presence of gas in this reaction. So you do a social media campaign for a week, you do your social media content and you post. And you said, Ma, we noticed that on Wednesday we had the highest engagement. Our engagement was off the roof because of this content. It seems our audience like reels a lot, and we should create more reels. You don't just put it out there. You have to be an ideas person. You have to be you have to be reasonable. You have to be resourceful, not reasonable, resourceful. You have to come up with strategies that can make the business better. Make sure that you are missed when you're not there, not that they just pursue you away. Right? So you have to always have to put an inference. Don't put an analytics or a suggestion without an inference. Okay, what should we do better? I don't know if because I'm a scientist I think that way, but that's how it actually should be, right? Then number eight, help clients grow their business. Just like how I said, ideas, person, and resourcefulness in our last 2 points. If you can make the client's business grow and increase their income, you have your job forever, oh, and you can literally be negotiating their salary. Nobody wants to let someone an asset go. The extra income you provide for them will make you a presence member of their team. And when you come and say, "Ma, based on this and this, I think I need an adjustment," you can even say, I don't need an adjustment in salary, but I need a percentage on whatever sales I make. Now, most people are not able to make that promise or make that claim because they're not interested in the revenue of the company. So their own is whatever you need to do, do it though. If you like, make profit. If you like, don't make profit. It's not my business. My own is that you asked me to post 3 times a day. I've posted. Whether it's result or not, my own is at the end of the month, pay me my salary. That is a shitty attitude and that is absolutely selfish. And to be honest, it can only take you so far. You won't go beyond a certain level with that. You need to really care. For God's sake, they are paying your salary. Maybe you're working in an organization, they are paying you 50,000, and that month you did not even do anything. There's nothing you did can make up to that money. You now want them to go and sell their head or go and look for somewhere to pay you. How would they complain? You to put yourself in their shoes. That's why these days we have many people coming to us and they're requesting, can we get somebody that can work on commission? So if the person ends, this person will get that. But when you go to most digital experts, they don't want to work on commission. Why? Because they're scared. They know they might not make it, they might not get that thing. So somebody is saying, come, if you need 100,000 for ads, I'll give you 100,000. Whatever you need, I will do. If you want me to dance, I will dance. Just tell me what to do. Whatever we get from this, you get the percentage. But most people cannot sign that deal because of the uncertainty. You're not sure of what you can deliver. You need to study and make sure that you're able to help them grow their business. Number 9, follow through and follow up. Whatever task you're giving, please stay on top of it, even when the client doesn't. Sometimes they'll give you a task and they will forget. They'll give you a task and they will forget. So, say for example, when we do social media management, when we do social media management, like I taught you guys, you don't post anything for a client without them approving. So when you do a design or a content, please always make sure they approve before you post it. And so you have to post from Monday. You have created the content 3 days ago. You send them an email. They've not reviewed. They've not told you whether you should post or not. Don't go ahead and post. And don't go and sit down on front of your TV watching Netflix and drinking juice and saying, "Oh, they've not responded now." When they respond, they've not responded. No, send another email. If possible, call. If possible, text to remind them that you've not done this. Please, can you do this? Do you understand? Very important. Follow through and follow up. They will know that you actually care. And let them know that if they don't do this, these are the consequences. You can't post, you can't do anything. And so they are hindering your work. That please, can they devote maybe a time or two? Let's just go through this so that you can continue. Then another skill you must have is being able to work well under pressure. Especially when you're just starting out. Most times when people are just starting out, I encourage them, don't get more than 2 clients. If possible, one self, so you can understand the demands and know what works for you and see if you how you can take it. Because if you're in the social media radar, it can be very intensive and very stressful. So you want to see what's the bandwidth you can take, right? And most times it requires a lot. And if you're working virtually, most times, especially with Nigerian clients, with international, I don't know about, and some African countries as well. I don't know about international clients, but for some African countries and Nigerian clients, unlike where you say you're going 9 to 5, sometimes some of them will even call you at 10 p.m., 1 a.m., send you messages. It can be weird like that. And because you're just starting out, you're trying to grow your brand, you might not be able to put that clear cut boundaries. And so you have to know how to communicate very well that I'm unavailable at this time. Please, I'll get to you in the morning. It's not an emergency or something. You have to know how to communicate, or maybe you put your phone on silent or on DND mode or something. But you have to know how to balance and work well under pressure. Number 11, you have to know how to multitask. It's a must do. So when you're working, you have to be organized, you have to be efficient, you have to be good at scheduling. It's critical for your success. So you have to be able to send reminders, you have to be able to check, has this gone? Has she done this? Especially for those of you that are doing virtual assistants, check. Oh, um she's supposed to have a meeting today. Has she done a meeting? Are you at your meeting? You say you're going to send an email to this person. You've not sent an email. You have to be able to multitask. Do that all together, especially when you're working with more than one client. Finally, but most importantly, very important, I intentionally put it last, communication. Communication. Having great oral and written skills is very important in working online because there is no physical form of contact if you're working remotely. I'm teaching you this because most of you on this program are going to be getting remote jobs. It's remote jobs we are focused on getting for you, right? So most times clients will rely on emails, phone call, WhatsApp, and all of that, video calls to communicate with you. And so being able to write and speak clearly can help provide a positive experience to all who communicate with you. Do you understand? You should be very great in follow up. You should always be communicating. Oh, have you done this? Oh, I've done this. This is where I am. This is what we had today. Be proactive with your communication. If you're a talent that stays on top of your task or your communication, whether you do it or not, most times the issue people have is not like this person. They're like, she's not even communicating, she's not saying anything. I don't know. She's supposed to tell me now. She's supposed to remind me that I have many things on my head. That's why I have her there now. If she can't do it for me, what's now the point? Most people feel that way. Do you understand? So it's very important that you're able to communicate. These are core skills. There are so many other ones you will learn on the job. For example, patience. Oh my God. You have to learn to be patient. And then you might also need to learn to manage expectations. That's why we're going to be looking at contracts and legals because sometimes the expectations are over the roof, are so unrealistic. They hired you for content creation. They're expecting you to edit videos. They hired you as a virtual assistant. They're expecting you to manage social media. So sometimes expectations can be extremely unrealistic. Those are things you have to learn how to manage. Most times, your contract or your scope of work before you start the job can help you stay in line and you refer them to it that, oh, this is not part of the scope of work in a polite manner and you put them in order. And so you have to be patient in dealing with this. Thank you. So, do we have any questions, comments, or contributions?